Welcome back, everybody. We're going to go through a quick haul here that I got here recently. A friend of mine on Instagram at Bows at BOAWS. He went through Savers, I think up in Liberty, Missouri, or somewhere, and scored a bunch of VHS for me. So we're going to burn through these real quick. Some of these we might do longer videos for, individual videos for, but I haven't really decided yet. So starting this one off with a American Zoetrope release of Apocalypse Now. So a really cool edition of it here. So we'll look more closely at it probably in an individual video, but like I said, you got all these Savers for 99 cents. So that's a pretty cool purchase. That one there. Then right here we got MGM release of Pink Floyd's The Wall. We got MCA Universal Jaws. It's a cool one. I actually don't recall if I have that on VHS at all. Maybe I do. I think I have the 2-tape set if I remember. I don't know. My Bloody Valentine, the OG, the original. Got Jim Carrey, the Cable Guy. Underrated movie, by the way. John Carpenter classic Starman. This one's cool. It's got the side flap, which you don't see too often. Damien Omen 2, which is a CBS Fox video release. Kind of like this. Kind of like this old Star Wars one here. So you got that, like how they line up like that. Pretty dope. Then we have the Almighty Kroll. You got Charles Bronson Death Wish. Pretty sweet. We got the Terminator Collection 2-tape set. The only 2 Terminators that matter. And probably the best one that he found, Tree Stand Safety. Look at that awesome cover. So this definitely might be one that we'll have to rip and put up for you guys to view. 60 minutes. Video 1, 25 minutes, Tree Stand Safety. Video number 2, 60 minutes, Hunting with the Tree Lounge. Awesome. Yeah, so all this came from a friend of mine at Bows, BOAWS on Instagram. He's a good friend of mine. He's got great taste. He knows what I like. Big shout out to him for all these. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Hey there, gals and guys, back again with another quick haul video. This is the first one we'll start off with is this one, Where the Buffalo Roam, Bill Murray movie from the 80s, where he plays Hunter S. Thompson. Got this for $2 at Half Price Books. It was the only thing good that they had that day that I went. So that came from Half Price Books. The rest of these came from a Savers up in Liberty, Missouri. We got Stallone in First Blood. The original Rambo. And then we got Rambo 3. So all these were 99 cents at Savers. We got Firewalker with Chuck Norris and Louis Gossett Jr. Video Treasures release. Neverending Story 2, the next chapter, with the almighty Jonathan Brandis, rest in peace. We got this one, You're in the Super Bowl, Charlie Brown. It's from the 90s, I think, early 90s. I don't know. It's an interesting find. And we got this amazingness right here. Learn Gun Safety with Eddie Eagle, hosted by Jason Priestley. I mean, that's got awesomeness written all over it, right? So maybe some of these we'll rip and view them. Some of these we'll do individual videos for, perhaps. And then right here we got Bingo. I mean, how great is that? The movies have a bona fide new star, Bingo, a sort of canine Macaulay Culkin. I mean, it's got Cindy Williams in it. I mean, that's just fun in the bun right there, right? Yeah. So all these, like I said, got And all these came from Savers, but the Buffalo Rum came from Half Price Books. Oh, I got this too. This came from Half Price Books. I'll probably do an individual video on this, but it's a 75th anniversary Walt Disney box set. So we'll look more closely at it in its own individual video. This is still in its wrapper. It's kind of cool. So I said that'll get its own video. We'll look more in depth into it. I don't know if I'll actually open those or not, but I thought that was a fun find. So as always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what I can do to make these videos more interesting, less interesting. Let me know if you like them. Let me know if you hate them. As always, peace and love. Later. Hey there, gals and guys. Today I got a little bit of a haul video going on for you. This is a collection I just bought off eBay. I looked it up last week, and it's 14 clamshell VHSs all in one lot. Initially, what I was doing was this one already had Navy SEALs. I was ripping trailers off the beginning of this, and I had a preview for these widescreen editions from Orion Pictures, and there's like I think 4 or 5 different ones. It was Navy SEALs, Silence of the Lambs, No Way Out, something else, and something else. So I started looking up. I thought it'd be fun to try and collect all the ones in that preview. So again, I had this one already, Navy SEAls. And so I started looking up the Silence of the Lambs one, which I can find for like $20 on its own. But then I was looking up No Way Out, which is this one here. But I found this within a lot of this big 14 lot set. So I decided to get the entire thing. So obviously I ended up with the double of Navy SEAls. No Way Out is the other Orion that I got in this lot. So that's pretty cool. So that's, I forget what the other one was. I have it on my phone, but I can't look at my phone because I'm recording on my phone. Another one that was a double that I got in it is the Manhunter widescreen director's cut. This is Anchor Bay, so we're not going to go too in depth in these, but most of these are, well, all of them are in clamshell packages like this kind. Some of them are Orion, some of them are Anchor Bay. I think almost all of them are Anchor Bay. One looks like 20th Century Fox, so we'll just go through them real quick. This one's interesting. So this is kind of a double. Straw Dogs. This is the Banned in the UK widescreen edition, but I think it includes footage that was deleted from the original American theatrical release. Okay, so like the one I have this, but mine's in a red clamshell case. So I don't know if there's a difference between the one I have, the one and this one, or if the previous owners swapped the case for some reason. So I'll have to look more into that. Maybe I'll do a video where I talk about both of them. So those 4. So that was a new one. This is a double, and these 2 are doubles. The rest are all originals. So we'll start here with this one, Blue Steel, collector's edition, widescreen, Universal. So it looks like this is Universal going through Anchor Bay. So it's got this collector's edition, because that one matches Shellaco. Is that the one I wanted to see? Well, that's ABC, so that matches, ABC Pictures matches that one there. No, what one was I looking at? I thought I had one that matched the same thing up here. So this is like a Universal teamed up with Anchor Bay, ABC Pictures with Anchor Bay, the Shellaco Blue Collar. This one we have a Warner Brothers Special Edition, which I'm going to start looking into. I got a couple of these already still in the packages. I'll probably look into those more and collect all the ones of those that there are. I'm not sure. I'm sure I can find a list of all of them somewhere. So this is John Wayne and the Searchers. Stamo. Another Hammer collection through Anchor Bay, The Lost Continent. Stay boy. These 2, another 20th Century Fox widescreen presentation. I had a couple of these, or had at least one of these. I had the director's cut of The Abyss was released like this. For a while, there's on VHS, there was a point in time where you could almost own every single widescreen VHS. Most of them were these. I think Speed was one, Patton I know was one. I think I said Abyss was one, and maybe Last of the Mohicans. So not a lot of these widescreen series from 20th Century Fox. But I need to go back through. That'll probably be after I get all the Orion ones. I may go back through, do the 20th Century Fox ones, and I'll probably go to do the Warner Bros. Collection ones. And here we got the Night Stalker, Darren McGavin Collector's Edition. Darren McGavin, of course, the dad from what's it called? Christmas Story, a movie that I actually loathe. Anchor Bay ABC. So that one goes in with the other ABC one. And to go along with the Night Stalker, we have the Night Strangler. So I don't know if that was the same movie, different title. Is it a sequel? I don't know anything about those movies. I'll have to look deeper into those. Another Anchor Bay ABC. You can go there. Hell's Crossroads, just a Western theater generic. It doesn't look too special. I can't really tell. This almost looks homemade, really. Looks like from Bob's video, you know. Don't know much about that one. If anything, I'll just dump the dump the cover, dump the disc, and just keep the case. Then here, another Anchor Bay. Said these two, this one here, and then this one we're seeing in the what I would call gold clamshell package, much like we saw the special edition anniversary / director's cut edition of Army of Darkness. So we got Django with Franco Nero. It's Anchor Bay with SRI. What's it? BRC SRI Rome. That's a cool one. And we're going to end it all off with a widescreen presentation of the bird with the crystal plumage. This just looks like some sort of generic. So it's VCI home video, 1998. Dario Argento includes a theatrical trailer. So that almost looks like pre-Anchor Bay kind of. But it's one of the ones that I never had of his on VHS. So that's kind of a good find too. So there's a lot of good finds in here, ones that help fill collections. One of the last ones of Dario Argento I don't have in the clamshell. So that's a good haul. Maybe in individual videos we'll go a little bit more into some of these. We'll see. But thanks for guys. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Welcome back, gals and guys. Going to be doing a haul video for you today, just to showcase a couple of the things I bought over the recent weeks and months. I keep telling myself I'm not going to buy anything new until I go through my entire back archive of VHSs, but I keep finding good deals and just keep ordering stuff. First couple things aren't going to be VHSs. There'll be other things that I've gotten I just want to promote. First thing we got here is Seavage's fan film Frights from Low Budget Pictures. Low Budget Pictures 30th anniversary, Low Budget Pictures. This is two fan films that Chris Seaver of Low Budget Pictures made back in the 90s. It's a Friday the 13th Halloween night. It's like a Michael Myers versus Jason mashup. And then From Almost Night to Almost Day is an almost like, I can't really say shot for shot, but a pretty well done remake of sorts of From Dusk Till Dawn that he did. That is actually pretty solid. So Friday the 13th is 34 minutes from 1994, From Almost Night to Almost Day. 1996, 42 minutes. Brand new audio commentaries from 2022. Behind the scenes footage, all this kind of stuff. You can get this directly from him. If you want to look up on YouTube, he has a channel called It Crept from the 80s. Is his channel. I pretty much bought every single thing he's released. He's got a couple, maybe one or two more Blu-rays of older things that he's re-releasing that I need to pick up. But I think I only did maybe 50 of these. And I think when I got mine, he had only maybe 3 left. So they're probably sold out by now, but it's pretty cool. So that's the first thing there. This next batch comes from MakeFlix, which is I got the Bloodletting collection. So this is the DVD for Bloodletting. But I also got the special edition Blu-ray case. It's got the slipcover. And it's autographed on the back by one of the stars and the producer, J.R. Bookwalter. So I've ordered a lot of stuff from MakeFlix here recently, the past couple years. Past year or two. These are the same people that put out that Teen Ape and Bone Jack box set from Low Budget Pictures. So getting into the Low Budget Pictures Chris Seaver world is what got me into MakeFlix, and then some SRS Cinema stuff, that because all those people, 10-Bay Digital, 10-Bay Video, SRS Cinema, have a lot of Chris Seaver's work. So I'm going through and collecting all this stuff that's not Chris Seaver, but from the same people. And then along with Bloodletting, they did a special edition, limited edition, pre-release special collector's edition VHS of the same film. This is number 190 of 200. It's got a couple signatures down there. This I've not seen yet. Obviously, I've got the DVD, I've got the VHS, I've got the Blu-ray, but I haven't actually watched it yet. I just wanted to get my hands on this because I want to try and collect everything I can from SRS and from MakeFlix and from Low Budget Pictures of all the VHS editions. Doing pretty well so far. I think there's a couple things that I think they've taken off the shelves, or they did a limited batch of, and I kind of missed out on. Going also into MakeFlix, I picked up the last box set that they have. This is the Occultist collection from Sterling Entertainment. It's a 2 Blu-ray set. Of The Occultist and Occultist 2, Bloody Guinea Pigs. These movies are fun. as I do with most of these, I take the discs. I'll use my Blu-ray ripper. I'll rip the files from the disc, put them on my computer, and use Plex. That way I can watch them on my Apple TV or on my phone or anything when I'm at work. I can watch a lot of stuff that way. That's the best way for me to do it. I do have a Blu-ray player, but actually I don't even have it hooked up to my TV. I just rip everything, put it on a hard drive on my computer, and I'm able to stream it to any one of my devices. That way I'm getting better use out of it. So I think I want to say 6 or 7 of these box sets of different series that they've released. The Skullface Astronaut one, Camp Blood, Axe Grinder, something else. There's 2 different Blood or Skullface Astronaut ones. There's a Blu-ray collection one and a DVD collection one. I opted not to get the DVD collection one since I bought the Blu-ray collection one. I'm a completist, but I'm not too much of a completist where I'm gonna spend money on the same thing, even though it's just a different format. Even though I did that with these, of course. Next up, we got this cool VHS box set. I bought a couple things, all from the same seller off eBay. They got me a pretty good deal. It's a Sci-Fi Classics 5-pack. It's got the Killer Shrews, First Spaceship on Venus, the Giant Gila Monster, The Brain That Wouldn't Die, and The Wasp Woman. All of which are movies that I'm familiar with due to Cinematic Titanic, Riff Tracks, Mr. Science Theater Guys. All these movies are movies that they've done several times. What's funny is here on the side it actually says The Wasp Women, when it's actually The Wasp Woman. But I'll probably take a look at this more in depth in an individual video, so we'll see that later on. And from that same seller, I picked up this Gremlins clamshell. So I'm not sure what year this was, but we'll probably do another in-depth video on it at some point. 1999. So that's nice. And then I got the MGM coffin box of the Vikings to go into my MGM coffin box collection. And then I got Where Eagles Dare, also MGM coffin box. This is 2 movies that I've showcased on this channel that have swastikas on the cover. You don't really see that too often anymore. And another MGM coffin box. This one's slightly different than the others. It doesn't fit the same kind of format, whatever. But it is a coffin box, and it is MGM of Black Orpheus. But these and this box set I all got from the same seller, so I saved money on shipping. I usually do that if I find something I like from a seller. I'll look at the seller's other items, find a bunch of stuff, order it, buy it now. That way I get it discounted on, like I said, discounted on shipping. And then I accidentally bought this, the Anchor Bay Evil Dead clamshell, forgetting that I had it already. Because I knew I had 2. I had the limited edition one and another one, but I forgot what it was and it ended up being the same one. So now I got 2 copies of that, which is fine. And then I did pick up this copy of Evil Dead 2 clamshell Anchor Bay. I do have another one of Evil Dead 2 that's a different version than this one. This version I did not buy off the shelves. I bought the kind of the more lame one. But now I think I have all of them on all the different editions of all the Evil Deads, including Army of Darkness and clamshells. I think I have every different edition now. And then I finally got my hands on this, the widescreen edition from Orion, pictures of Silence of the Lambs, that goes along with the collection, the Orion widescreen collection I'm trying to collect all of. I just need to pick up RoboCop and Falcon and the Snowman, which I don't think actually exists. I'll have to really look into it though. Stay. Sucker. And then going more into in-depth collections, I got this set from a collector on eBay. These are the 20th Century Fox widescreen presentations of the Alien movies. So I bought this set as a set. Alien, Aliens Special Edition, and Alien 3. And sometimes I'll just buy something without really paying attention to it, because I thought this is all 4 of the Aliens movies. I wasn't realizing I was getting 2 copies of Aliens. So it's only 3 out of the 4 original Aliens movies. So then a couple of days later, or a week later, I had to go back and track down this, Alien Resurrection. And this one is unopened. So it's still got the sticker on there and everything. Still got the watermark, whatever you want to call it. So So again, I'll probably go more in depth into these individually as well, but I just want to showcase that. After I get all the Orion ones and a couple more Anchor Bay ones, I'm probably going to start collecting the 20th Century Fox ones because I like those a lot. These are the first widescreen editions I ever started buying on VHS with like the Abyss and something else. But we'll get into those more. And since I got this, I found this box set, which I thought was kind of cool. And just what drives me nuts about this, though, is this has Alien Special Edition, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, and then Alien the Legacy, a documentary. These are all widescreen as well, but this is not. So it just bugs me, being a perfectionist of sorts, how like it just doesn't match on the end. So again, we'll probably look into that more in its own separate video too. Maybe this individually, these individually, to maybe hold them together. At least at one point, I had the trilogy box set of just the first 3. I don't remember if I still have it in storage. It might have been one of the ones that got water damage when my basement flooded years ago, because the good majority of my archive is in storage right now. So I have to go pull out a box or 2 at a time. I'll go through them, and then I'll put those back and get another box set. So not everything's out like it should be. Hopefully by the end of the year, I'll be in a new place and I'll unbox the archive, and we'll do a really big, massive, wonderful video of me building the archive, putting the shelves up, putting all the VHSs on the shelves in order. It should be a great day when that happens. But this is mainly what I've been collecting over the past couple of weeks. Pretty good haul. I do have another giant box of clamshells we're going to look at in a separate haul video, which I'll do after this one. So I hope you guys found that fun. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Welcome back, gals and guys. Today we're looking at another giant haul video. Now this is one box, one order from eBay. I've been sitting on this for maybe a month now before I've found time to actually unbox it. So I found it, I ordered it, I got a good deal on it, and I haven't looked at it. I haven't even opened the box till right now. So I've kind of forgot what I even ordered. So I've said before in one of my videos when I was talking about Anchor Bay and all the videos that they did back in the 90s and early 2000s, how they had the different franchises and the different things that they're doing, and how I never really collected the Hammer Collection stuff, and I always kind of regretted it. So I got my hands on a lot of 21 Hammer Collection clamshell VHSs from Anchor Bay. So I think it's Hammer Collection and a couple other things. It's not just Hammer. But this thing was $120 for 21 of them. So it's like an average like $5-6 per tape. So it was an amazing deal getting all these Hammer Collection VHS clamshells all in one go. So we're just going to burn through them real quick. I'll probably do individual videos about each one. But I'm just really glad that I got my hands on this, because it's just such a great deal. Yeah, here we go. So we got the Satanic Rites of Dracula. I said eventually I'll do individual videos on each one of these. The Abominable Snowman. Dracula, Prince of Darkness. Lot A something MG, I don't know. The Devil Rides Out. That one still looks like it's still in its original shrink wrap. Prehistoric Women in a gold clamshell. Shatter. Frankenstein Created Woman. X the Unknown. Quartermass in the Pit, another one that looks like it's still in its original shrink wrap. Four-sided Triangle. Reptile. This is one of 2 that are going to be ones that I have already. I think I have Reptile already, so that might be a double. The Legend of the 7 Golden Vampires. That one still looks like it has original shrink wrap. The Vengeance of She in a gold clamshell. Original shrink wrap. Quartermass 2. Shrink wrap. The Lost Continent. I think this is one I have as well. I think I got that in another lot. The Viking Queen in gold clamshell. Plague of the Zombies, which is another double. Actually, I'm not sure about Lost Continent. I know for a fact Reptile and Plague of the Zombies are going to be doubles, so maybe I'll give those away. So whatever I go through and find that I have doubles of some of these clamshells, I'm going to put them together, put them on eBay or give them away or something. Flesh and Blood. Yes, I can't tell. Yeah, it looks like all these sort of have. Maybe they or have been opened and watched. They just took the top off. That's kind of interesting. It's a way to do it, at least. The Witches. Rasputin. And the Mummy Shroud. So I'll have to dig into these more as I go through. Like, again, I'll do individual videos for these as well. I was doing a thing on the channel where every 5 inspection videos were going to be a clamshell, but now I might have to stop doing that since I have roughly 50 of these clamshells in my room right now, if not more than that. I don't know if this is all of the Hammer collection that Anchor Bay released or not. If it is, awesome. That means I have them all. Looks like 3 of which are gold clamshells. The rest are black clamshells. Again, this is an amazing deal I found on eBay. $120 for 21 of these movies. When these came out, these are probably $25-30 a piece, if I remember correctly. I wonder if... Actually, let's see if there's... I don't think that the prices of stuff in here. Some of these... Yeah, this is just other memorabilia. It doesn't have VHS prices on here. Anyway, so I like how, as this channel goes on, I mentioned not having something in a collection, and then now I have it all in a collection. But I really love these clamshells, as I've talked about before. These black clamshells are great. The gold clamshells are great. I think 2022, this year, my main focus is collecting as many of the Anchor Bay clamshells as I can. And then 2023, I might start going into the Thorny in my collection, or something else. We'll see. But I really want to dig into as many of these clamshells from Anchor Bay as I can, because they put out some crazy movies. Not even all horror movies, some other good stuff too. But, and again, 21 movies, $120. Maybe every single Hammer collection VHS that Anchor Bay put out. I'm not quite sure, but I'll look into it. So keep your eyes peeled on this channel. I'll probably be ripping some of the stuff, some of the special features and the trailers and things, and putting those up. And like I said, we'll do individual videos on all these at some point. But man, it's a great haul. I'm really happy with this. Hope you guys enjoy that, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Welcome back, everybody. Today we're looking at a haul video. This is, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different packages of things I received off eBay in the past couple weeks. I'm just not getting around to opening them up. We're going to start it off with this lot. This is a VHS lot that I got from one seller. It starts off with the Anchor Bay Dawn of the Dead 2-tape special edition, collector's edition, which we've actually seen on the channel before because this is something I actually own. But this one actually is not water damaged, like mine was. So that's cool. Good to have another copy of that one. Along with that, we have a different Dawn of the Dead. Video Treasures, Anchor Bay, 1996. So this one is pre that one. So we'll be looking at all these individually, more in depth in their own videos. We got this HBO Canon Video Dawn of the Dead. This is probably early 90s or early 80s when it was released. So that's 3 different versions of the Dawn of the Dead. And then we have a media release of Day of the Dead. Anchor Bay release of Night of the Living Dead, 1998 release. And then we have this one, which is Good Times, which is kind of a precursor to Anchor Bay. They used to team up with Anchor Bay in the mid to late 90s. I don't think I have this one, but this is look like it's a 1990 version. So this is all one set. I bought them more so just to get these, and then this one, of course, like I said, I had before. I think I just bought another the other day, another 4-pack of 4 VHSs of just different versions of the Night of the Living Dead. So I'm going crazy, and I'm getting a bunch of different Night of the Living Deads. My plan is this little Napa Valley VHS rack in the back. When I move to my new place and get the whole archive unbuilt, I'm gonna get a couple more of these. I'm gonna have one just completely filled with different versions of the Night of the Living Dead, and probably do another one that has all the different versions of the Halloween films. So that's gonna be something fun to look forward to. So this is all one set that I got. And then going along with my clamshell collecting from Anchor Bay, I got the Boogeyman, the Uli Lamel one, 1998 package design, 1980 film release. So I go in the clamshell collection. And then going along with everything else, we have this yet another anniversary edition of Dawn of the Dead. This is the theatrical cut with a widescreen presentation. We've seen the director's cut, I believe, and I think another one, but I keep finding different editions of these that I didn't know existed. And so I always have to get, it looks like they got some cool stuff at the bottom. So that goes along with those. Another Anchor Bay VHS clamshell. And then this one I got from another seller, yet a different edition of Night of the Living Dead from Anchor Bay. Collector's edition, 1999 packaging. I don't think there's anything special about this one. Looks like theatrical trailer for Night of the Living Dead 30th Anniversary Edition appears at the film's conclusion, so that's cool. Looks like it is full frame, which is fine, because that movie's pretty much full frame. You don't really see it in widescreen. I think this is the one that has some pretty bad molding on the inside, so we'll look at that maybe in a different video. But after I bought it, the user did message me saying that there was a lot of mold on the inside, but obviously it's just going to go on a shelf. I'm not ever going to actually watch it, so don't really care about that. And then the last one I got today is this TriStar release of Redneck Zombies from the 80s. Trauma Incorporated. Can't really tell if there's a year on there. I think this movie came out in 1987, 88. So this is sometime right after that Full Moon Productions release. I saw this pop up on eBay, and it's a big box clamshell of the original Redneck Zombies, and so it's like $40 and buy it now, so I bought it real quick. I didn't read the fine print, but it turns out that it's actually in Spanish. So this is the Spanish language version. So it's kind of a dumb purchase, but kind of, actually, I don't really care, because I'm not going to watch it anyway. Because they have the DVD and the Blu-ray or whatever. I have a new release on digital that I can watch. I did just watch this not that long ago, actually. But it's kind of a cool addition to have. The one thing that just drives me nuts, though, is the spine is backwards compared to everything else. So that's going to drive me nuts. If I do it like that, then that's upside down. So good haul. So 1, 2, 3 different versions of Night of the Living Dead. 1, 2, 3, 4 different versions of Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Boogeyman, and Redneck Zombies. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Back again with another haul video. This is a stack of VHS tapes that a friend of mine at Bows, at BOAWS on Instagram, picked up for me over the course of a couple weeks when he does his rounds through different spots in Kansas City, Missouri. When he picks up vinyls, he's always keeping his eye out for VHS tapes for me. So the first one we got here is a Mystery Science Theater episode of The Amazing Colossal Man. So I'm not sure, this one doesn't have a thing on it, so I'm not sure where he got that from. But I have so many of these, I actually don't recall which ones I already have. But that'll go, obviously, like this little thing back here, this little shelving unit. As I said in one of my last videos, I'm going to get more of these, and one was going to be completely full with Night of the Living Dead versions, and another one's going to be full with Halloween versions, and the third one's going to be full with just all the Mystery Science Theater episodes. The next one we have is Cave Dwellers. So being that it doesn't have any sticker on it, I don't think these are half price books or savers, as we see with this one. This one has a saver sticker on it. So we got a copy of The Hitcher. So this one came from Savers. And along with that one was Blind Fury. So whoever turned in these VHS tapes must have been Rutger Hauer fans, because that's 2 Rutger Hauer movies in a row. That was another one for Savers, which I appreciate that Savers sells all their VHSs for 99 cents, but I just hate these stickers that they put on because they're such a pain to take off. At least the stickers that Half Price Books puts on are easy to remove. You got a copy of Blazing Saddles, which is always a classic. One's like, especially Blind Fury, I'm not sure about The Hitcher. I'm not sure about these either, if there's anything in front of them, but Blind Fury, my guess, has some cool trailers I can look at. Maybe Blazing Saddles does, I'm not sure. And this one's surprised I've never actually heard of. This is called The Wildlife. Okay, it's got Chris Penn, Eric Stoltz, Leah Thompson. Who else is in there? Randy Quaid, Rick Moranis. This is actually produced and written by Cameron Crowe. It's a sequel of sorts to Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So that would look like it'd be kind of fun. It's MCA home video. So I said, never even heard of that movie, surprisingly. And we're gonna finish it all off with Mac and Me from Orion Home Video, one of the best worst movies ever made. So this is gonna be fun. I'm not sure if it has any fun trailers at the beginning of it, but we'll look into it. And this is definitely a fun one because, as you know, it's the clip from this movie that Paul Rudd plays whenever he shows a clip on Conan O'Brien. There's that long-running gag where Paul Rudd's on there to show a clip from his new movie. He always runs the same exact clip from Mac and Me. So that's a cool thing. But yeah, so I got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All these are from a friend of mine at Bose. He picked those up for me, so always appreciate it. Yeah, so we'll do individual videos on these, so you'll see those popping up again on the channel here sometime soon. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace. Welcome back. Doing another haul video for you. This entire stack came from one Half Price Books in Westport. Well, I almost want to say Westport, Kansas, but Westport, Missouri. And it's right by the state line between Kansas City, Missouri, down to where I used to live. It used to be my go-to Half Price Books, so I used to be able to walk there. I went in there with my daughter the other day, and they just had like so many great VHS tapes. Not like great, really great, but like ones that like would definitely be worth picking up for the channel. Start all off with this one, the Kansas City City of Fountains. As we all know, I'm a big fan of Kansas City, being my somewhat hometown. So this would be probably one that I'll try and take and actually maybe rip. Maybe throw it up on the VHS rip channel. So Kansas City City of Fountains. It's only 16 minutes. Follow that up with Urban Legend, which I don't think I ever owned this movie on VHS. I don't remember. Maybe I did. This one was $3. They had some really good stuff there, like different editions of Evil Dead and Army of Darkness, but whoever prices their things kind of knows what they're doing because they were like $5 to $10. I wasn't going that high. A copy of the Abyss. So my old copy of The Abyss that I had used to be in the Fox clamshells, but I think a tape rewinder or something ate it back in the day. And so I've always been meaning to pick up another copy of it. So the CBS Fox video of The Abyss from most likely the late 80s or early 90s. A movie that everybody kind of forgets about, like pre-Matrix Keanu Reeves with Johnny Mnemonic, which has an orange tape and a cool see-through plastic packaging. What was that one? That one was $3, not bad. We got this one, a movie called Killing Zoe, which was written by one of the guys that co-wrote Pulp Fiction, Roger Avery. It's a good movie. I remember watching that way back in the late 90s. I remember renting that one. Then we have The Making of Alien 3, which I thought was a cool tape. We have this old edition from Nostalgia Entertainment of Citizen Kane for $2. This is one I never owned on VHS either, but I bought like one of the cool double disc DVD editions when it first came out. Anchor Bay widescreen collector's presentation of Something Wicked This Way Comes, $2. So was that in association with Disney Enterprises 1999 release. That's pretty cool. I like those gold clamshells. And, and this one, $3.99, Nymphing. Skills of Fly Fishing series. Gary Borger. Maybe it's Borger. I'm not sure. So 30 minutes, and yeah, all the other I think 30 minutes long. This is just a fun one. White clamshell package, Nymphing, whatever that is. But yeah, so that was a fun haul we got that day. Hopefully I'll go back to the half price book soon, see if I can pick up a couple more things that they had that were really great. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this haul, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, family and crew. Today I got another giant haul video for you. This is, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks, 2 weeks of collecting. Some of this is coming from Savers and places like that. Some of it's coming from eBay. First thing I got here is these two came from eBay. I have Cruel Intentions 2 and Cruel Intentions 3, which I did not know existed. I'll take a look at these more, of course, in individual videos down the line. I saw a preview for Cruel Intentions 2 on another video I was watching, and it looked so bad that I thought it was a spoof movie, but then I remembered that I'd actually seen it a long time ago. So, Cruel Intentions 2 and 3. These two I got from a different listing on eBay. We got Ghostbusters 1 and 2. So these are old Columbia RCA that we see before. These ones have all the matching sides on this side, and the other side they have their own individual logos. So I got these off eBay as one listing, and it actually came with a Ecto 1 Hot Wheels car. It's still in the packaging, which I ended up giving to my kid. This was just a random buy off eBay. Collector's edition, black clamshell, widescreen presentation from Anchor Bay of Please Not Now with Brigitte Bardot. As always, all these will be shown more in depth in individual videos sometime down the line. And this is a 4-pack collection I got from one seller off eBay. These are also Anchor Bay clamshells, what we'd call gold clamshells, all Alfred Hitchcock. We have Notorious, Spellbound, Rebecca, and the Paradigm Case. So as we all know, I love these kind of clamshells. Anything I find in those, I'll buy. So I found that, I was like, I forget what I paid for these, maybe 20, 30 bucks as a whole, free shipping. This next set comes from one listing on eBay. It's 3 Warner Brothers original clamshells, and the big black clamshells, along with a Thorn EMI video. So we have the original version of the Dark Crystal, Thorn EMI version. We have Blazing Saddles, Warner Home Video, black clamshell. We have Night Shift, Warner Home Video, black clamshell. And Risky Business, Warner Home Video, black clamshell. So I'm digging more into these Warner Brothers clamshells. And then probably by the time you see this, it'll be close to 2023, whatever next year is. And I'll probably spend a lot of next year collecting a lot more of these white clamshells of Thorn EMI videos. After that, I have this huge, moderately huge collection of CBS Fox Video videos, VHSs that I got all from one seller. Maybe one of these, I think I have one of the Omens I have already, and of course, knowing me, I already have Halloween 5. But I did want to collect CBS Fox Video second versions of 4 and 5. That way, I can have these on my CBS Fox Video shelf and still have copies on my Halloween shelf. So as you see here, these are all CBS Fox Videos. The only one that kind of messed it up is Halloween 5, because the font doesn't match the rest of them, and then of course with Fly 2 with this green doesn't match the rest. So of course we have the original Fly, Return of the Fly, the Omen, I believe this is one I have already, Damien Omen 2, or maybe it's this one, Damien Omen 2, I believe I have already. The Jeff Goldblum version of The Fly. Visiting Hours. The Fly 2. Halloween 5, which we'll look at more in depth. This is an old rental copy. Retail ticket price $89.98. The Legend of Hell House. And Night of the Comet. So that was all one listing I got off a seller off eBay. And actually, I think the CBS Fox Video one and one other set, maybe this set came from this. There's two different orders, but came from the same seller, I believe. This next set all came from one seller. It is a big chunk of the MGM coffin boxes that you know I'm a big fan of, with Poltergeist 2 and Poltergeist. These two of which are doubles. I had these already, so I'll most likely resell those on eBay. Originally it was going to be those two and then these, and then the seller contacted me saying that the box that they were shipping it in had room for one more, and they asked me which one I wanted, so I ended up getting Strange Brew as an add-on. I've got Coma. And one or two of these might also be repeats or doubles, but I don't really remember because I've bought so many recently. Brainstorm. Solar Babies. Endangered Species. Logan's Run. And the Beastmaster. So I love the way, kind of like the CBS Fox Video, same kind of thing. I just love the continuity of how they all sort of have the same vibe going on there. And this last stack came from Savers in, where was it? In Leawood, Kansas. Went in there the other day telling my daughter we weren't going to buy anything, then ended up finding a bunch of stuff. Starting off with two CBS Fox videos, VHSs, of Project X, and the 2-tape set of The Sound of Music. So my CBS Fox Video collection's growing rather dramatically. And I found this copy of West Side Story, which is the MGM home video with the silver kind of foil at the top, which I have a Poltergeist 2 that matches that. I'm not sure if they release a Poltergeist in that way, but I'll definitely, if they did, I'll find it eventually. I found this copy of the Star Wars Trilogy Animated Collection, Ewoks, The Tree of Light. And then next couple of the, not this one, I got this cool version of Fritz Lang's M. It's from 1997, it looks like. It's pretty dope. And these next five I bought, four out of five I bought, I was watching on eBay, and they were like, $8, $9 each plus shipping. Then ended up getting them all for $1 a piece, so it kind of saved me a bunch of money by finding them. This one wasn't one I was watching on eBay. This one's kind of cool. It's a clamshell special edition from Universal of October Sky, which is a movie I really enjoy, and I've never seen a blue clamshell. I can't think of any time I've ever seen a blue clamshell. I've seen white, I've seen black, as far as this type of clamshell, and then the golden ones as we've seen. So this is a very interesting find, let alone to find at a Savers of all places. And then these next four are ones that I've been watching on eBay that, had I bought them off eBay, would have cost me about $50 altogether, and then I ended up getting them all for $4. So we've got this Blockbuster Classics version of Night of the Living Dead. I want to say there's multiple versions of this, because there's other ones I think that have a different color of Blockbuster Classics. There's maybe only 4 or 5 movies in the Blockbuster Classic series, but eventually I'll pick them all up. And then this clamshell, special edition Warner Brothers of The Music Man, was the one I was watching on eBay. The white clamshell of Return to Oz from Anchor Bay was another one I was watching on eBay. Instead of having to pay $15 for it, I got it for $1. And then adding to the Fox widescreen series, I got Speed in black clamshell. And this one is still in the packaging. It still has the original watermark. So that's kind of neat, having that one in the original packaging. So I think that's it. But that's about a week and a half, 2 weeks worth of collecting. Like I said, a lot of it came from eBay, some of it came from Savers, but it's a pretty decent haul. Got a lot of stuff. So added to the clamshell collection from Anchor Bay, added to the Warner Brothers home video clamshells, added to the CBX Fox videos, added a bunch to the MGM coffin boxes. And like I said, added to the Fox Video widescreen series and the Universal series. Added to my Night of the Living Dead collection. So quite a bit of good stuff. Stuff that's been on my list. So I'm really happy with this week's past couple weeks collection. So hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll be looking at all these, of course, over the next year as individual videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Welcome, episode 200, special edition. We got a super long, super awesome haul video. This is stuff I've been collecting for the past maybe 2 months, 3 months. Comes from a variety of different places. Comes from Savers. It comes from city thrift stores. It comes from Half Price Books. It comes from my daughter's mother's house. It comes from friends of mine who got them at Savers. It comes from eBay. First off, let me get started. This is something I got here. I bought this at an expo here in Kansas City 2 weeks ago. I went to the Oddities and Curiosities Expo. This is Curiosities Brew that I bought from Black Forge Coffee. It's kind of a souvenir. We got posters and t-shirts too. My daughter and I went and had a really good time. It's a traveling show. Looks like I'm not sure when you guys will see this, but right now they still have ones in July, August, September, October, and 2 in November. So if you guys are interested in really dark, macabre, cool, freaked up things, check out the Oddities and Curiosities Expo. If you can read that or not. Cool. But this back here I bought from a place called Graved Markings. They're on Instagram at grave_markings. If you want to check them out. So this first big thing I got here. This came from Half Price Books in Westport, Missouri. It's the Showa documentary series. I got this for $5. So it's 5 different tapes, all in clamshells. So it's kind of a cool marbly case. All these things we'll be looking at in individual videos eventually. So we're just going to burn through these. This next set actually came from my daughter's mother's house. Just stuff I'm going to look at. So, Beauty and the Beast, Enchanted Christmas. Fantasia, black clamshell. Hercules, white clamshell. Richie Rich, white clamshell. And Nightmare Before Christmas, black clamshell. Alright. And this is a DVD box set of The Pacific from HBO Films. I had the Metal 10 box set of Band of Brothers that I paid like over $100 for years ago. But I took the disc out, kept the disc, and got rid of the 10. But I got this thing for $3. So now I got to try and find the other one, find the Band of Brothers one, and recollect it. So these two I got off of eBay from one seller. I got the VHS of Bloody Murder and the VHS of Bloody Murder 2, which unfortunately arrived busted, but I didn't really plan on watching it anyway. It's just more so for going on the shelf, going on the archive. This was a find at Half Price Books from 1988, a video about the X-Men, runtime 23 minutes. I have yet to watch this, but it seems like it could be kind of cool. That's kind of before the X-Men were reborn in the early 90s. So I'll definitely be looking at these in a longer video. I finally went out and got the Nev Campbell, the Courtney Cox, and the Drew Barrymore. I got all 3 of those. Those 2 came from one seller. This was somebody else, and I didn't have to pay $20-$30 each. They're actually a decent price, so that's cool. I will be doing a video at some point that does a whole bunch of different Scream VHSs, because there's just one piece that I'm trying to recollect, and once I get it, I'll do a massive Scream one. Here we got The Abyss, original theatrical format. So that's not the... Okay, it is the director's edition, but It's not widescreen from what I recall. Oh, wait, what? It says original theatrical format. Then it says first time on video director's special edition. So which is it? Doesn't matter. We'll look at it later. I had to rebuy this one because I got this for my 15th birthday. But my tape rewinder ate it, so I had to recollect it. These next 5 came from, I believe, a Savers somewhere. I think in Liberty. They were collected from my friend at Bows, at BOAWS. Got Purple Rain, early edition. There's MGM UA Home Video special, kind of shiny edition of Poltergeist 2. Cat People. Roman Polanski's Pirates. If you can't tell, it's a video cassette. And the almighty Zapped. So my friend John at Bose, BOAWS, picked those up for me. This is another, so yeah, those right there all came from him. This next set I bought from one seller on eBay. I got Urban Legend VHS, which I believe I have already, but it also came with Urban Legends Final Cut, and then Urban Legends 3, Bloody Mary, which I didn't even know was a thing. I didn't know they made a third one. So those I got from one seller off eBay. These next 3 came from my daughter's mother's house, from my daughter's room. Got the Tremors, Tremors 2, and Tremors 3. I've seen I used to watch the hell out of this when I was a kid, but the other ones I haven't seen. So I will watch these, see if they got any cool trailers on them, and rip them off. These next 2 come from a Savers, maybe it was a City Thrift, I don't recall. Video Treasures version of Broadway Danny Rose. Friendly Persuasion, which I picked up because it's a CBS Fox video, which I want to collect all those since they all kind of match on the side. And these next 4, I believe 2 came from a Savers and 2 came from a City Thrift. But they're black clamshells. Casablanca Special Edition, which I believe I have this one brand new, still in the package. I don't recall, it's in storage right now. But I bought a bunch of those from a seller. I got Fried Green Tomatoes Universal Special Edition in a black clamshell. And this one was on my list to get, along with those Universal Special Editions. We have the Sting widescreen or Special Edition clamshell. It comes with a music CD. So that was on my list to get that goes along with Animal House and American Graffiti. And then last one, black clamshell of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat and Donny Osmond. So can't really say I care too much for that, but you know, as you guys know, I love these black clamshells. Now I was gonna wait but it's a special, so I'll bury the lead a little bit and give a little teaser. But I recollected and found one of these, the Halloween 20th Anniversary Snow Globe set. So it's got the plastic outside, it's got the snow globe down in there, it's got the widescreen collector's edition black clamshell from Anchor Bay. Now I bought this one off eBay. I got it for a decent price, over $100. I wasn't really happy with the condition in it, although I knew the condition when I was getting it, because I was more so trying to collect it for the snow globe again, because I sold mine years ago. So the front's smashed in, and the tape is kind of it's all messed up at the top. Even though the listing was new in box, because it had the box, but I saw from pictures that it had already been opened, so technically it wasn't new in box. So even though I got that one, and I wasn't really happy with the condition, I went ahead and got this one. So this one the case is in better condition. The top's good. The tape's good. The water is clearer in this one for the snow globe. So that one's a little bit murkier, but that one still has full water, and this one has some air in it. So we'll be looking at these further again in their own video. And then also there's a couple things that go along with this that I'll do another big massive thing with, but for now. All right, now where are we at? Okay. So this is an order. It's not VHS, but Makeflix.com did I forget what the holiday was, but they did like a holiday special or a pre-order special of a new box that they released. So I got it at a discounted price since I pre-ordered it. I'll show you here in a second. But I also used the pay in 4 thing. So I got it and 3 things I needed for another box set. So if you remember going way back, I got the Axe Grinder box set. But when that box set was first released, or when I first got it, it only had Axe Grinder 1 and 2. So now I had to go through and pick up Axe Grinder 3, 4, and 5. So I thought I had the box set still here. I was going to show you guys me putting it into the box, but the only other one I have at the house right now is the Occultist. The other one's in storage. But what I did pick up on what the pre-order was for the box set was that Kachow. It's the Meat Hook Massacre collection from Dustin Ferguson, Sterling Entertainment. So I'll do probably another in-depth, maybe I'll do an in-depth version of this, but it's got 8 Blu-rays of Meat Hook Massacre in there. I don't know anything about these movies, but this is the 9th or 10th box set like this that MakeFlix has released, and I've collected all of them so far, so I'm going to keep up that trend. Now moving forward to the biggest piece de resistance is my daughter and I went to another Savers, or Savers that we've got some of the stuff at before, and we went in on a Thursday, and I told her, hey, we're not going to go crazy, we're not going to spend more than $20. So go to the VHS section, and then sure enough, they had a crazy amount of good stuff that I wanted to get. But we didn't. I got like 2 of those clamshells, and that was that. But then I went back a couple days later because we were saving up money to go to that thing, and we had a budget to buy cool stuff at the expo. But then I had some money left over, so I went back on Sunday, and I walked out with literally an entire grocery bag full of VHS. So, got the 2-tape set of Storm of the Century. One cool thing was, try not to hide it, but a lot of these tapes came from like an older woman who turned them in. I'm trying to block, but she like old people do. They put their address labels on all these things. But this is a cool. So we'll look at these individually too at some point. But I got a bunch of these that came from this woman named Virginia, and actually she lives or the house at least where these came from is like literally a block away from where I'm at. I got this version of Star is Born, Children of Lesser God, because Marley Matlin is gorgeous. I got the 2-tape set of A Star is Born. I can't remember to cover those. 2-tape set. Again, Lawrence of Arabia 2-tape set, and this is the RCA spines that I want to collect too, kind of like the CBS Fox video. Same thing with On the Waterfront. See how the spines kind of match up. Got this 2-tape edition of Saving Private Ryan, which I have a 2-tape edition of Saving Private Ryan, but this one's different. Mine just comes out the bottom. And this one comes out of the side and then drops out of the bottom. So, pick that one up. Got a documentary, Return with Honor. Got Summer Rental, which I remember watching on HBO all the time when I was a kid. CBS Fox video of MASH. See how that matches the one I got before. This one actually came from a Movie Gallery, which is a video store that used to be not too far from here. It's an old edition of The French Connection, Fox video. Sky action video, Dangerous Pursuits. That'd be a fun one to rip. Kramer versus Kramer, another one of the RCA spines. A Place in the Sun. This one had 2 labels on it. There's something special about that. I don't know why I got that one, but there's something about it that I grabbed it for. Another RCA one, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. See how those start to match. A 2-tape set of Schindler's List, which I have. I believe I have the special hologrammed edged widescreen version. I just knocked over Del Cooper. Educating Rita, and this is another one RCA's matches, but also has a side flap. Do those have the side flap? That one's bottom. That one's a front flap. This one's side flap. China Moon. It's an Orion Home Video. Madeline Stowe, gorgeous. I have a thing for long-haired dark broads. Murphy's Romance. Another one of the RCAs. Boy, Cashapp, you love that. The Legend of Cougar Canyon. Good times on video. Then it's another Good Times release video of Charade, or Charade, if you want to be pretentious. And then 20th Century Fox Selections, Shining Through. So all that was one purchase that filled this entire sack. Isn't that beautiful? Let's just love seeing that, the way it's all lined up. And let's get Dale Cooper back. Oh, Dale Cooper. But yeah, so I think that's everything. That's all the stuff I've collected in the past couple months. Again, we'll see these Halloweens again at some point. I think it's folded wrong because that's Dale. It's Lo-Fi Girl. The Screams we'll look at again. So all these will have the individual videos. And still got a bunch of other stuff to go through. But this is episode 200. Been over a year doing this stuff. Technically longer because I started it in 2020, then deleted it and started again in 2021. But thank you again for all my subscribers. I finally broke 1,000. I'm not able to monetize this channel, which is fine, but I have other channels that I'm working on as well. Hope you guys liked that haul video. I'll be going to Savers again here in the next couple of days and getting another big batch. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Do you love the way these look? Meat Hook Massacre, Halloween Snow Globes. All right. Peace.